Greetings, fellow men. Servus Männer. It's Red Pill Germany again, and today I want to give my 2 cents about automation. Now, it is not only Thinking Ape and CS MGTOW who are discussing robots and self-driving trucks and how they will cost a lot of jobs. It is also the German newspapers, such as the online newspaper outlet Der Spiegel, who declares here the job killers are coming when they deal with industrial robots and the like in their articles. So there seems to be a lot of skepticism to new technology and a lot of technology phobia, I would almost say. And I want to make a couple of points in this video why actually I think we do not have to worry about new technologies and automization. So first of all, I want to argue from history. I mean, there have always been innovations such as the steam engine, which might have been the most disruptive one because it put a lot of manual laborers out of work, or actually highly skilled or medium skilled laborers or artisans, craftsmen, and transferred the jobs to very low skilled, cheap laborers. The mechanical loom, for example, put a lot of weavers out of a job. And there have been riots throughout Europe, weaver riots, so to speak. So, but in the end, would you really want to go back to people making clothes by hand and not using mechanical looms? I don't really think so. The quality would be much lower and the price would be ridiculous. And this is how it is with any innovations. There are losers and there are winners. But overall, productivity goes up and it's better for everyone. And it's not like there is no work that will be there for these people then. The question is just, are they flexible enough to still learn something new? And there were even like guerrilla groups in the UK, for example, that really fought against the British army, really. Around Nottingham, for example, the Luddites, I think they were called. They were performing acts of sabotage, they were destroying machines and attacking factory owners. And in the end, that didn't do anything. Yeah? You cannot really stop progress in this way, at least. Machines are just very, very handy and very powerful, and it's better for everyone. So in the end, that system wins. So smashing machines, assassinating inventors and engineers, and burning down factories will not help in the long run. It is just a bunch of senseless violence and nobody becomes richer from that. Now, the other point that I would like to raise, as I work in this field myself actually, is that it is not really destroying jobs, this automation, but it is transferring the jobs to the people who invent, develop, implement, service, and run these machines in the end. And believe me, there are whole armies of technicians, engineers, and researchers busy just trying to come up with new machines. And do you really think that these machines are like in Terminator, that they would basically improve themselves and that they would produce themselves? It's not like that yet. I mean, everything that these machines do has to be thought out. The processes have to be developed. Someone has to program and implement and test them. It is really hard work, and it's a lot of manpower that goes into this automation process. And you all only see these flashy movies and pictures of these fully automated factories, but there is no fully automated factories. All the workers are just not on the picture, yeah. But there is an army of workers just servicing these machines, and there are also parts that have wear and tear, and they need to be replaced, and they need to be checked and monitored all the time. Yes, I mean, we don't have people like Charlie Chaplin in the movie Modern Times anymore who do the same exact movement on an assembly line for 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day. But seriously, who wants to do that work? Who wants to do that shit? I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. I think it's okay if a machine does that and I can do more creative work instead. So, but truck drivers and simple factory workers are not the only people who are affected, because I think in the service industries a lot of things will be done by transistors, by computers in the near future, and a lot of white collar caseworker kind of administrative work will be automated. And then maybe people can do essential work that cannot be done by machines. And there is still enough of that work around. Not everyone is a STEM worker or a technician or something, but what about being a landscaper, or what about being a teacher, or caring for sick people or old people? I mean, these are also important jobs and someone will have to do them. So I don't really believe that innovation will in the long run systemically put everyone out of a job but a 1% elite who makes the robots then. Just servicing these machines and the new jobs that will be created by these machines will be enough to put people to work, you know. And I think unemployment has other reasons, not necessarily technological reasons. So yeah, I think people should get smarter, people should have an incentive to go into STEM. And all these machines, I said it before, they take armies of researchers, engineers and technicians to service them and to make them in the first place. And these machines will not run all the time. Next year we need newer, faster, better machines. And who has to do that? Engineers, scientists, technicians. So I think that people really have to say goodbye to the idea that you can have a relatively simple job where you can be easily replaced and you really want to do this specific job until you retire, like for 40 years. I don't really think this will be possible. This has never been possible really when there was innovation. So people just have to be smart. They have to look, what does the market do? What does society do? In what direction does technology move? And yeah, maybe you have to learn some computer skills, maybe even when you're 40. Yeah, it sucks. And I see a lot of older people in my company who really don't want to learn new things. But I think, well, that's part of your job. This is what you're paid for. But you know, I'm still young. Maybe when I'm 55, it will be hard for me too. But on the other hand, I also see people who are really old, who are just about to retire, and they're still curious, you know. They still have an open mind and they still learn new stuff every day. And this is how I want to be. Of course, you cannot really force that, but this is what I like to be in the future, you know. Even when I'm 60, I still want to have an open mind so that I'm somewhat flexible. So, to sum up, smashing machines has never worked. It often occurred in the course of history, but it never really stopped progress, and machines do not build, invent or service themselves. New processes do not implement themselves. It has to be done by service or application engineers, researchers, technicians. So this also creates really good jobs, and we will see a lot of automation. And not only factory workers' jobs will be automated, but also a lot of the administrative jobs will be fully automated in the future, I think. So I think this is a good thing because it frees up capacity so that we can do creative work or essential work that cannot easily be automated, and we don't waste our time doing the same movements all the time in an 8-hour shift, turning kind of crazy like Charlie Chaplin did in the movie Modern Times. Who would want that, really? Okay guys, thanks for listening again. Have a good day. Servus, Kameraden.